Welcome to the HubFizz live show, where you can get ideas to help grow your eco-conscious business. For those of you tuning in, please do say hi and post your questions in the comments. The show is only 10 minutes, so we often don't get time to answer them live during the show, but we'll respond to them straight after. Both Karen and I will get on the comments and respond to you. So today I'm joined by Karen Munro from Munro Careers. So
Hi.
Welcome, Karen.
Hello.
Hi. And we are talking about changing focus, changing careers. Karen is a career coach, and she's been working with people for many, many years, helping them to refocus their career journey and find a job they will love. So really great to have you on the show. And today I think this is really sort of poignant time to be discussing this, and you say you've been really, really busy as well, sort of helping people changing careers. People have been made redundant, not knowing where's next. So I think it's there's lots of things to discuss around this, so I wanted to discuss some of the challenges and pitfalls, but also the opportunities people have got to have a more fulfilling career. So what do you think are the biggest opportunities if people do make that move?
So the biggest opportunities, kind of the growth sectors at the moment. So, I'm really busy as a career coach, and a lot of my colleagues are really busy, but we have noticed that graphic designers, IT are all really busy at the moment. Lots of companies having to make lots of really big changes in supporting their workers to work from home and needing extra support to enable that. Locally for myself, I've got a number of boutiques that were closed during kind of lockdown, so they've employed lots of people to help them get everything online, and are using social media people to promote everything online as well, because not everybody's happy going to the shops and browsing as much and are feeling safer buying things online. Other sectors that are also kind of as opportunities, the retail, kind of groceries, supermarkets, driving, medical, warehouse, care industry, they are all still really, really busy. So lots of opportunities in those sectors at the moment.
Right, fantastic, really good. And what do you think sort of that you come across, because you coach a lot of people, you do workshops, you're doing a lot of online stuff as well. I assume you do one-to-one as well. What things do you think are holding people back from sort of making a change in career, and do you have any tips on how to overcome them?
So there's a number of things. I think fear is always going to be the biggest one, even before coronavirus. The one thing that stopped people changing careers or doing something really different was just that fear factor, that fear of the unknown. So I think that's just really exacerbated now. And often they will talk to friends and family about it, and they will sometimes hold them back as well, because they're almost projecting their own fear onto those people. So you have to really think about, why is it that you want to make that change? So if you're trying to get out of the industry that you're in or do something completely different, a lot of people are using this time, that especially if they've been furloughed, to sit back and think, actually, do I really want to go back to that job? Is it really what I want to do? So just having some kind of structured conversations, which is why I always say get a career coach, because they will give you an non-judgmental approach, thinking about what are your values, what are your drivers, what are your skill sets to help you make that change. But it's fear that often holds people back.
Yeah. So you give them, by talking to you, you give them some kind of tools and strategies to kind of simplify things and break it down and really look, because I think, this happens not only during this time, but I know I work with a lot of people kind of leaving a career or going through midlife or something like that, and they really want to then find a job with passion and purpose, don't they?
Yeah, absolutely. If we think about it, we're working an average lifetime of 90,000 hours in our life, and with the average retirement age being around 67 and our average life expectancy being 78, we really need to be working in a job that we really like. And often people say, I won't be able to get anything, or will be really worried about making that change, but you should really be doing a job that you love. And as a career coach, that's kind of my purpose. It's, using trusted coaching methodologies, helping people to identify their transferable skills, their drivers, their passion. As human beings, we need to have a purpose. My purpose is to really help people to find a job that they love. And so I've been really busy, working with people, improving their CVs. And sometimes people just won't apply for another job because they don't know how to write a really good CV. So, that can be a really good stepping stone. If you feel really confident, I've got a really great CV and I know what I really want to be doing, it's going to make a huge difference.
And you do LinkedIn as well, don't you?
Yes, I do. So I help
think
people
that's
with
really key
any
now
kind
as
of
well.
personal branding. Yeah, you've got to get that branding right as you, so that what it is. How do you show up in the world? What is your place in the market? What is it that you're passionate about? Once you've got that confidence, everything should start to fall into place.
Fantastic, yeah. And I mean, what do you find? People are saying sort of after they've made that move. I mean, you've obviously been working with a lot of people. Yeah. Did they come back with feedback to you?
Yeah, they do. And in fact, on my website, I've got a whole success stories page. I think you might even be on there yourself, Karen. And most people say, actually, I wish I'd done this earlier. I'm just so much happier. I'm doing something that actually sits within my own core, that gives me a real sense of purpose, rather than doing something that just pays the bills. And yeah, we all need to pay the bills, but we also recognise, and I think coronavirus has shown us that when we're working and just paying the bills, if suddenly things change and we haven't got so much money coming in, we can make adjustments. We can change our lives to suit what money comes in. So it's not as scary as people think. So people often wish they'd done it sooner.
Yeah, and as you say, working so many hours in our lives, you want to do something that doesn't really feel like a job. You want to do something that you enjoy.
And it's scary times out there. But, not everybody wants, just because you want to have a change, not everybody wants to do the same job. So somebody might leave a job because they really don't like it, but it might be the most ideal, perfect job for somebody else. So just, don't assume that leaving your job or doing something different or changing your career is going to make you vulnerable. It might be the best thing you've ever done.
Fantastic. And I think we've got time for one more question. Is it finding jobs for people in unemployed situations, or do you work with people who maybe want to go and start their own business as well?
Yeah, all of that. So I've got people coming out of the corporate sector who want to go freelance or set up their own business. I've had some people have completely flipped it around and have gone back into the corporate world. And some people just doing portfolio careers where they've got paid employment and they're doing something kind of as a side hustle as well. So anything really, anything goes.
Yeah, I think that's quite common. I know most of the people I know seem to be doing about 3 or 4 different jobs.
Yeah,
and
it's really common.
Yeah, and I think it's because during COVID, we realised that if you've got all your eggs in one basket, it's not always a good place to be. Yeah. So
absolutely. That job for life has gone now.
Sorry, say that again.
I think the job for life has really gone now.
Yeah, I do. I think it's, finding something a bit more fulfilling and following your passion and having a bit of variety as well, and to fit around your lifestyle, I think as well, has become more and more important to people, hasn't it?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
Thank you. Well, fantastic. That's some really good stuff there. We've got a few people who have joined us on the show, and lots of likes and hearts and things.
So brilliant.
We'll jump on there and join you just after we finish up. So you can find Karen at Munro Careers. Also your website, Karen, it's Munro's.
It's munrocareers.co.uk. So it's MUNRO careers.co.uk. So I've had a Facebook page and LinkedIn.
Fantastic. Yeah, and we'll share those. I'll share those links in the comments as well as soon as we get there. Well, thank you so much for joining us. And next week I will be chatting to Esther Lemons all about podcasting and her new podcast called 50 Shades of Gender. So details will go up soon on my Facebook page and the events or live tab. Thank you to all the listeners for watching and for listening in. And goodbye for now. Thank you once again, Karen. And
thank you.
Nice to have you on the show. And we'll see you all same time next week at 11.
Okay, bye.
Bye.